This is Poland's most beautiful abandoned palace. Like a fairy tale, tucked away in a tiny village in the far, far west. Notoriously difficult to enter, and its future is uncertain. We're one of the very first to be granted entry. I'm here with my photographer, urban explorer friend, Wojtek. Our goal today? To see what's left, and try to get here, to the top of the main tower. But first though, a word from the sponsor. Let's go. Which is you. Fearless and Fire is supported by my Patreon page. There, I post an extra video every week about fighting the fears in your life, and I post videos that could get me demonetized on YouTube. Like this one. This video was a little bit too dark for my normal YouTube channel, so I put it on Patreon, and like I said, it's the best way to support the channel. If you want to support Fearless and Far and also get to see pretty creepy, crazy videos like this, check out the Patreon page. The true dragons are there. We're inside. I really don't know what to expect here. Basically, all I can deduce is that it's a palace. And I guess I didn't know the difference between a palace and a castle before. But if you have a spectrum, palace, castle, fort, or fortress, a palace isn't meant to be defended, and a fortress is, and a castle somewhere in the middle. So we always talk about abandoned castles, but there's just as many abandoned palaces used for parties. Entertaining guests, and not so much for defending strategic locations. So in a place like this, you'll see things like this. These beautifully carved staircases, meant to impress guests, as well as urban explorers. Look at the ceiling though. All carved wood. There was gold trim there that's slowly fallen off. This is Bozkow Palace, one of the few grand residences which survive in this region. It dates back to the late 1500s, with renovations happening until 1940. Then, we all know what happened. Poland was in pieces and handed over to the Soviets, the lesser of two evils. Nobility were tossed from their castles and palaces. The USSR took everything, all bowed to Joseph Stalin, communism, and Mother Russia. This place was wrecked, pillaged, and then left to crumble. The wooden banisters, the fireplaces, art, and plaster of the walls still survive. The rest, taken, hidden. For good or for bad. At least it would suffer a different fate than here. So, I still can't get over this art that is all over the walls. This is an old fireplace. I don't really know how it works. So fire would go here, smoke would go up there, ashes would fall down. Keeping in mind this place was for parties, the vast majority of these rooms would be meant for, there we go, look at this, dancing. I'm not sure if this is the main ballroom, but damn, it's a nice one. Next room. Let's go. One thing I'm really happy not to see in this place is graffiti. There's none. Normally, in places like this, I think this was a bedroom. Look at these really cool tiles. Hand-painted tiles on the ceiling. I'm assuming various characters from Polish folklore. I wonder what this was.
Shall we dare? Stove? Is this used for cooking? Es Original in Mannheim.
My guess, German pizza oven. Your guess, let me know in the comments. And this would be another ballroom. Small one, but a nice one. A lot of these carvings are really cool. For example, the woman's reflection in the mirror is also carved in, and she's holding a snake. I don't know why, but I like it. Next room. Okay, we're getting distracted, aren't we? Let's see if we can find the stairs to the tower. This place is just a twisting, turning, echoing maze. You okay? Still recording? Great. That's good. Let's continue. Whoa! Look at this safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keys. And unfortunately it's locked. Damn. If I was a betting man, I would say bathroom. Marble. Wall. Oh yeah, look. Sink. Ooh, spider webs. Not much left of the sink, but what there is... I guess that stays closed. It's a pretty great view of the rest of the palace. All right, I'm backtracking a little bit because I'm trying to find something. And maybe you can figure out what I'm trying to find. And that is the tower. I don't know if we can still get in the tower, but first we have to find the staircase. And this is not it. But wow, look at this carved wood. I wish you could smell this room. I don't know what mahogany smells like, though Ron Burgundy told me it smelled nice, but I imagine it's this. It's a wood, right? It's this perfumey dark wood. Oh my God, look at this. What's that, kids? Motion detector to catch trespassers. Luckily, that's not us. We do have permission to be here. So you can't sneak into this place. Crazy. This can't be the tower, but it's a cool little add-on, maybe reading nook. And yeah, look at this amazing carved wood again, even more visible with this like almost leaf patterned carpet wallpaper. Looks almost like it's velvet or some kind of fabric. Okay, the quest continues to find the tower. Let's go. Found it. We walked by it twice. Urban explorers, dragons, whatever you call yourself. Let's visit the tower. Ooh. Why do I like these abandoned places? Well, they tell stories. Whether it's a house in the woods or a palace like this, at one time people danced through these halls with happiness, never thinking about how someone like us would be exploring it with a camera. I'm fascinated by these lost places because I want to share their stories before they're gone forever. In this case, a private owner purchased this palace hoping to renovate it into a hotel. It cost a fortune to make it, and required another fortune to salvage it. Sadly, he couldn't come up with the money. Now, chances are high this place will just fall to pieces. And that's why we're here, to share it before it does.
We found it. I always love a good spiral staircase. Oh. I wish I was counting these steps. We are in the tower with a mud floor. There is another set of stairs. Let's take a peek out the window. Oh, Poland. You're so beautiful. All right, first piece of graffiti. Naked man, naked woman. I think it kind of fits the place. So I'm happy these wooden stairs are relatively new, I think. This place is 300 years old. There's no way this wood is 300 years old. So it looks like there have been renovations to this place after all. These towers always smell like pigeon shit. There's much more pigeons than people in these places these days. Oh my God, how high does it go? Oh, wow. This would be a great spot to boil porcupine quills with frog tongues. Wow. This is about as medieval as it gets. What a place. Some great views of the surrounding countryside. And a great spot to hang you upside down for my outro. This channel is called Fearless and Far. Listen, I'm not fearless, I just like fighting them. While an abandoned exploration may or may not be a scary adventure, depending on who you are, the channel is about pushing yourself and growing by finding your fears and ahead charging them. My story, I don't talk about that often, is a wild one. I was scared to speak most of my life. I had anxiety attacks whenever I turned on a camera or even spoke to a friend. I would literally panic. And now I am a BBC presenter and I have a professional YouTube channel. This is my job, speaking to the camera. I was the worst person in the world opening my mouth and public speaking. And now this is my job. All because I chose to fight my fears, to head charge my fears. And that's what the channel is about. That's what I want to encourage you guys to do too. I've made a free worksheet. Hey, Mike from the future cutting in for a quick second to let you know, by popular demand, this worksheet has been upgraded into an instructional video. The top 6 things I did in my life to pry it back from the clutches of fear. All you need to do is go to fearlessandfire.com/fear, drop in your email, and you'll get it in your inbox. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the palace, and I'll see you in the next video.